The Legend of Zelda. It's a series so huge, I couldn't help but say it all. Ooh. But its hugeness is mostly... Hey, what are you doing over there?
Oh, I was just writing my preemptive counter-argument about how you're wrong about my favorite game of all time and the best game ever.
Oh, okay. Well, don't you think that's a little, I don't know, closed-minded? I mean, I get you probably liked this game as a kid, but isn't it time we looked at it critically and made a fair analysis of how...
No!
Okay. What do we gotta do to remedy this Z-axis problem? Ladies and gents, I present you Z-targeting. Pesky bats flying from every which way, trying to circle around a Stalfos without losing track of where it is relative to you? Have I got a treat for you? Just press the Z button and lock onto the nearest baddie and have a go with your mighty sword device. Check it out. Z-targeting made combat complicated. And that's not a bad thing. No more simple point and swing stuff here, folks. You gotta lock on, focus on the fight. This is a gigantic difference, and it makes combat complex. I don't say this a lot, but let's see how this is a good thing. A new method of combat means new ways to go about designing enemies in combat situations. You used to just point and hit and run.
What the fuck, man?
But now, there's rolling, dodging, stabbing, swinging, leaping. Holy shit! So complex. So many possibilities. It's so deep they can make an entire game based on the combat system. But guess what? They didn't! Here's how this is a poopy bad thing! Z-targeting creates a strange disconnect from the world around you.
What are you looking at?
It changes the camera angle from what you're used to exploring the world in, and that shifts your entire focus and outlook. It segments the game into two pieces. This is the combat piece, this is the world exploring piece. They don't mix.
Why?
Put them in a room together, they get into an argument.
Hey, fuck you! Hey, fuck you too!
Dude, guys, can't we just get along?
What do you think this is? Link to the past?
Like the man says, in the old Zelda games, those two pieces were linked. There were segments where you had to fight off enemies and explore the room simultaneously. It was much easier to manage it all, and now it's complicated and puts you in an unfair situation. What the f-
What the heck was that all about?
Hey, listen! Watch out!
Z-targeting also puts a damper on throwaway enemies like bats, who were fun to kill in previous Zeldas, but are now a pain in the goddamn ass since you have to individually focus on each one and precisely hit them. It'd be like if you wanted to kill a bunch of ants in your house by stomping on them, but instead of doing that, you pointed a slingshot at each one individually.
That was nothing.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, a lot of the charm from the original Zelda was how ruthless the game was. And a complex fighting system would be perfect place to implement that. But the source of a lot of Ocarina's problems is that the game's idea of difficulty is waiting. There is so much goddamn waiting. In Ocarina, every enemy has a period where they just stand around and do fucking nothing, and attacking them during this time is useless. Deku Scrubs, Stalfos, Lizardmen, Skulltulas, Wolf Dudes, Gerudos, Clams? Waiting is not a difficult thing to do, but it creates the illusion of difficulty because it takes up your time. And that's all it does. A fight feels like an ordeal when you have to devote a decent amount of time to it, but it's not hard. Just look at Final Fantasy IX, Skies of Arcadia, Grandia. These long-ass battles, not hard, but they feel like there's something. This is a mindless interaction, and you're simply going through the motions instead of strategizing. Wait, attack, wait, attack, wait. It's not very hard to do, and it's difficult to mess up. This style of enemy isn't inherently bad. I mean, it creates an interesting player-enemy relationship where the enemy's controlling the pace of the battle, but the fact that it's a consistent theme in enemies gives the impression that it's used as a difficulty supplement, since none of these enemies are actually difficult to fight. Now, on the flip side, Ocarina has the coolest enemy ever, the Iron Knuckle. It's an enemy that is actually provoked to attack and also to be vulnerable by your own attack, which makes the pace of the battle completely dictated by you and your ability to fight it. Additionally, the nature of his attack pattern requires you to be aware of your surroundings. You can lure him to attack pillars, which yield hearts to replenish your life, which is another layer of depth to the battle. This is the kind of enemy design Ocarina needed so much more of. A merging of combat and world, where you are still very aware of your surrounding in each set piece, even during combat, and the world around you affects your combat. I feel that this particular battle shows how Ocarina could have had an even better combat world connection than Link to the Past, or even the original Zelda, but chose to save it only for many bosses and some boss battles. Could have been every enemy.
I love this fucking guy, dude.
Really?
Yeah, this is the guy I talked about who's like great in Sequelitis.
Oh, like he's the one where you appreciate the weighting and the Z target.
Yeah, just check it. He like
Oh, because it has like something to do with the environment.
Yeah,
this is so cool!
breaks your pillars.
Yeah, this is so fucking cool to finally see this after hearing you talk about it forever.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Or that one time.
Really cool anime.
You should pick up that heart.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Well,
that was great advice.
That wasn't
My
part of my
friend Dan.
Wasn't part of my advice. Damn.
He takes a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Whoa!
God damn,
Look out, you're really hurting.
It's okay.
Oh, he's getting fast. No, not for his squirting. Aaron, stop. Well, you'd think he'd learn his lesson to stop hitting those.
Turd! Turd!
Is he getting turned?
Ah, damn it, he got me.
Jeez, he is really powerful.
Yeah, he takes 4 hearts away from you when he hits you.
Ooh, baby.
And he got faster when he lost his hour. Did you see that?
Is that right?
Yeah, because they like their genes, they just don't mix well, and so they...
It's a real thing. I'm not making that up.
Are you fucking serious?
Jesus, Aaron, stop going for the heart.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, keep doing that, dude. You can do that 8 more times. Or 14. Whoa, he's quite angry. He's quite angry now.
Whoa! Oh, he blocked my fucking attack.
Jeez. You gotta get him to destroy 2 posts just so you can survive 1 hit from him. Woo! And there it was.
Fuck!
Where, you fucking turd lover?
Turd! Ah, come on!
Oh boy.
Alright,
This is not going well at all.
Really? Just bomb right here.
Whoa!
Jeez, man.
Oh, you just got turded.
I'm all nervous. Hold on.
No, that's not a big deal.
In any case, the nature of Z targeting forced Zelda to be more combat-centric, and with it, the world was forced to change. But it didn't. You still push blocks, only now you can't push them when you're engaged in combat, and you still open doors by shooting slingshots at eyeballs in the wall. Is that a puzzle? Like, seriously, is that a puzzle? Is looking around the room and finding an eyeball on a wall really super fun for people? Like, the game is 3D now, so everything isn't laid out before you like a map anymore. So I get that there's this sense that you walk into a room and aren't getting all the information about the room right away, but is stopping your forward motion, stopping everything, to look for a diamond to whack that's in a soulless crevice in the wall so you can open a door that leads to another room with a locked door and some other silly open sesame trick? Is that fun? Is this what you want?
Hey, come on, man. It's not that bad.
Shh, Skyward Sword. Seriously, I'm doing like a show.
I know. I just figured I'd give my 2 cents.
I don't care. Nobody likes you. You took fun and made it unfun. How'd you even do that? Maybe I should go douse for a better game, huh?
Hey, man, let's low.
So's my interest in playing you again. Oh, shit! Burn! Burn! So I'm just really proud of what I've done today. Plus, I really hate you.
To blave.
It means to bluff, which is to lie. Lie! The chocolate coating makes it go down easier.
Such a good movie.
I know, The Princess Bride is a treasure. Whoop! I think about the grandfather telling Fred Savage the story all the time when Fred gets worked up, like, and too into it. Whenever I read YouTube comments, I think of the grandfather's voice, and he's like, "You're getting very emotional about this, Perhaps we'll pick this up another day.
No.
No, I'll be good.
But here's a tip, they won't.
No, of course
It
not.
won't be good.
Nice. Oh, that's pleasant. Bounced over you.
Well, I just kind of did that. How do I get in here? Did she tell me how to get in there? You call for me? Yeah. What's the objective?
Based on oral reports from the Kikwis we've encountered, I calculated 95. Master, I advise that you travel to that location as quickly as possible.
Alright.
Current session playtime 4 hours and 20. Damn. This concludes my analysis.
Well.
We've been playing this for 4.5 hours? Doesn't feel like it. But I guess we have. Since it's basically all clocked in as episodes anyway.
Yeah. Oh, there's a thing up there. I didn't see that.
Oh! I missed that completely.
Wasn't super clear. But that's fine.
Yeah,
you know?
you like that.
It's fine. No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
The fact that you just have to look around. No, it's not super interesting.
Okay.
All right, down into the forest deep temple. The temple full of deep leaves and...
This place looks friendly.
Alright, let me explain something. A puzzle is something you have all the information for. The only thing standing between you and the solution is your own ability to put the pieces together in the right way. The satisfaction you obtain from solving a puzzle is from the aha moment. When the pieces fit, and you have only yourself to blame for it. If you're missing a piece, how are you supposed to even get to a conclusion? You rack your brain, run in circles, go, what do I fucking do? Until you find the last piece on a whim, and suddenly it all makes sense. You say, well, shit! Or, come on! The satisfaction doesn't come from the door opening, it comes from the puzzle itself. If the puzzle itself isn't satisfying, well, there you go. The puzzle itself isn't satisfying. You see, in the original Zelda, you'd walk into a room, the doors would lock, but 5 caped horse sword dude looking guys who are fucking hard as shit surround you. They follow you around when they see you, you can only attack them from the sides or the back. You gotta find vantage points, ins, outs, manage your health, dodge them when they gang up. It's daunting. It's interesting. It engages you. And it's really easy to understand. And because of all this, it's satisfying when you beat them. A door opening is like, oh, okay, cool, the door opened.
No, you're not! God, it's like you just use words you hear randomly to try and sound smarter!
But look, that's not to say puzzles or whatever can't exist in Ocarina of Time's combat-centric universe. But sliding spiked death pucks coming out from around the corner you can't see is just bad fucking design. It's bad design in any game. It's no different in Zelda. You don't get a get out jail free card. You gotta roll 3 times. In the first Zelda, you see that shit. In Link to the Past, you see that shit. In Ocarina, oops! Yeah, I know. That's the nature of 3D, but if it doesn't work in 3D, you change it. If the formula doesn't work, you change the formula. The satisfaction you obtain from solving a puzzle is from the aha moment. When the pieces fit, and you have only yourself to blame for it. If you're missing a piece, how are you supposed to even get to a conclusion? Why do I gotta leap across these platforms? There's no challenge here. I hold the joystick up. Just because the scenario's treacherous doesn't mean the game is actually treacherous. I could've just walked forward in a straight line. Heck, I can close my eyes here and do this. Is that treacherous? Can I just close my eyes and shoot at terrorist insurgents and be like, oh, I'm fucking fine? Hey, or better yet, how about some nice interesting combat scenario here on these platforms, huh?
As you wish.
Come on. Have enough time, have enough time, have enough time. You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! I would've had enough time and you fucking snow pieces of shit fucking interrupted me! Rudely! I have to pee!
I stayed up one night playing poker with tarot cards. I got a full house and 4 people died.
Huh?
Oh! Whoops. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah, really, Dan. The new yeesh.
Careful. Oh, Aaron. You just never set yourself up at the beginning. You're always wobbly. All right, well, Aaron has gotten up off the couch and involuntarily shown me a whole lot of crack, and now he's just kind of Blair Witching it at the back of the room. Maybe I'll just film some of this.
I don't even want to shout anymore. Remember when I said that I really do like this game?
Yeah.
I was lying.
What?
No surprise there.
Heck, I can close my eyes here and do this. Is that treacherous? Can I just close my eyes and shoot at terrorist insurgents and be like, oh, I'm fucking fine? Hey, or better yet, how about some nice interesting combat scenario here on these platforms, huh?
Fine.
Everything's so spongy.
There's no challenge
No,
here.
not
I hold the joystick up. Just because the scenario's treacherous
bitch.
doesn't mean the game is actually treacherous.
Damn, fucking reverse
I can just walk
controls.
forward in a straight line. Heck, I can close my eyes here and
Oh,
do this. Is that
shooting
treacherous?
me.
Can I just close my eyes and shoot at
there
terrorist
you go.
Fucking
insurgents and be
rootin'
like,
tootin' shooter.
oh, I'm fucking fine.
Rootin' tootin'
Hey, or
shooter.
better yet, how about
Okay,
some
there you go.
interesting combat
Oh!
scenario here on these platforms, huh?
you
How about some nice
asshole.
interesting combat scenario here?
I'm gonna hit you with the
How about some nice
popcorn.
interesting combat
Hold on,
scenario
hold
here?
on.
Ah,
damn it! You fucking ass clown! You fucking dick!
Is he killing you to be down here?
No.
Okay, great. And kill that thing.
Fucking throw a goddamn boomerang at this motherfucker. Better give me a heart. Oh, thanks for the magic. Been using it this whole time.
Please.
Okay, fuck Skyward Sword. It still handles treasure chests dumb, but to be fair, Ocarina started it. You know, okay, in each dungeon, Ocarina has a unique item in a regular old treasure chest. In each dungeon, it just kind of shows up after a random battle with some enemies. Link to the Past had a giant fucking treasure chest that needed a big key to open. The big key also opened the door to the boss. There's like a genuine giddiness to finding a treasure with such a huge implication to it. The big key not only gives me amazing new treasure, but also allows me to face off against an incredible boss. The time it takes me to get back to the big treasure is like the most fucking suspenseful thing ever. It's like running downstairs to get the presents under the Christmas tree, or menorah, or like whatever. Birthday tree. I often hear that this is a minor point, but it creates an emotional through line for a dungeon. It establishes an important, consistent relationship with the player and the dungeon. It creates goals. It creates expectation. It creates a good fucking game. A treasure chest in and of itself is a mystery and a sense of suspense. The original Zelda didn't have chests, it just had like new items sitting at the end of like a long hallway that built up tension. It gave you time to wonder about what it was and how it worked. Link to the Past added chests, which was another means to the same goal, you know, building suspense. It's a fucking secret box. You see a present and you're like, oh god, I want to open it. Simply walking to the chest is all the suspense you need. When you arrive, the payoff is instant. It opens right away when you hit the button. It shows what it is, done. I know, it may not appear epic, and it may seem kind of silly and video gamey, but the feeling of suspense is real and very valid. Ocarina decided to add in bullshit. Link opens up the treasure chest all like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, I'm amazed! Who cares that he's amazed? I want to be amazed! Just show the fucking treasure already! I beat the dudes blocking it! I climbed the ladder or whatever and got here! Why do I gotta wait? Just because the game needs to be all epic and 3D whooshy because of all the graphics and polygons and all that whatnot, I gotta wait like, look at how many chests I can open in that time! God! There's so much waiting in Ocarina. You gotta wait for a door to close. You gotta wait for a character to stop talking. You gotta wait for the dialogue box to tell you how to use bombs for the 47th goddamn time. Wait for the switch to make a music tone and open a door across the room. Wait for Link to go flying backwards and then get up off the ground. Wait for bombs to blow up. How fucking long does it take to switch between worlds? You gotta play the Prelude of Light. Say yes. Watch the cutscene. Walk up to the Master Sword plot. Watch the cutscene. Walk out of the Temple of Time. Play whatever song brings you the closest to where you want to go. Say yes. Watch the cutscene and walk all the way to where you want to be. And Link to the Past, you equip a mirror, press a button, you're there.
Are you a real human being? Do you exist?
What the fuck am I doing with my life? I am harshly criticizing Ocarina of Time on the internet. I'm gonna get crucified. Waiting is the bane of exploration. Why would I want to explore in a world where I gotta waste useless time just to check a fucking room? You should never, ever, ever hit that point where you're like, I'll check that room later. In a game about checking rooms! I mean, you're exploring a world, right? And then they decide, hey, we're gonna streamline the dungeon process. Guess what? You enter a dungeon, halfway through, you get an item that helps you through the other half of the dungeon, and then you use that item on the boss to render it hittable, and then you hit it with a sword, typically in a pattern of 3 times. But that part can vary. Ladies and gentlemen, Please exit through the gift shop, try our Triforce shaped ice cream bars. Can you please tell me what about this world is interesting if I know before I even finish the dungeon what the boss battle's gonna be? Oh, I got a slingshot. Maybe I hit some big glowing object with a slingshot. Oh, a mirror shield that lets me reflect light at stuff. Maybe the boss is gonna be a dude that I gotta reflect light at. Look, I know you can argue that this is actually good game design, but a game where I'm adventuring and I'm supposed to be excited about what's to come, it's kind of hard to wonder wide-eyed about something that's so predictable. It hurts. Ooh, darn. Ooh, jeez, arg. And this like streamlining process in Ocarina is present even outside the dungeons. Every little piece of this game is just hopping over some roadblock that needs you to do some specific thing to make it to the next roadblock. It's a game about jumping through hoops. Superman 64. Hey man, there's a closed door. Find the eye symbol, hit it with a slingshot. Another closed door. Find a key. Another closed door. Press a button. Another closed door. Give this dude a letter from Impa. And again, look, there's some exploring, but a random secret cave in the ground isn't gonna lead you through a complex catacomb with a mini boss at the end. It just won't. It's not gonna happen. You'll fall, you'll get a treasure chest, go da-da-da-da, and fucking leave. They would not sacrifice the precious formula for a little bit of fun. Link to the Past had a little bit more variety. Sometimes the item you get in a dungeon isn't even a weapon. Sometimes the boss can be defeated with just the fucking sword. Sometimes the boss needs to be defeated with an item from a dungeon 2 dungeons ago. There's one boss that you have to beat him with an item that you don't even get in a dungeon. It still felt like an adventure. Like you had like this arsenal you've been collecting, and you're using it whenever it may be useful. And it may be useful anytime. You gotta be ready for that shit. Original Legend of Zelda had some dinosaurs. There's a dinosaur. So look at that dinosaur. There's a fucking dinosaur right there. It's this kind of misdirection of like what you should care about in Zelda that really bugs me about Ocarina. Like, let's take its story for example. Ocarina's story provides you with a context to your quest. That accomplishing this will save this or change this, but it refuses to acknowledge the player's innate sense of wonder and drive to quest and fight. Players want to fight bosses. They want to be rewarded for their efforts. They want to enter a dungeon, see what's inside, and succeed against enemies. But you gotta put that feeling aside. There are more important matters at hand. The Sheikahs or the Hylians or whatever, save the Hylians. Gorons don't have rocks to eat. That's why you got a quest. Gorons gotta eat. The fuck are the Gorons? I don't even care. And then what we're left with is what feels like a formality. Dungeons with doors that need to be opened, bosses that are beaten in the same fucking manner every time. I think the idea that you're told you're a hero saving a kingdom is at least somewhat unnecessary. When it's an order delivered by the game, it becomes a task. It's like a job. The message should be in that, as a player, your idea of fun ends up making you a hero. Fighting monsters is what you live for and isn't what, say, this fucking guy lives for. Why aren't all these other dudes going out and fighting monsters and questing? Because they're not heroes. They don't find it fun. But you, the player, find it fun. You find killing monsters fun. You find ridding the world of evil things fun. That makes you a hero. Not the dialogue, not the story. A book can tell you the main character's a hero with dialogue. A movie can too. But in a game you can feel it. You can experience it firsthand. You don't need dialogue.
I don't give a fuck. I'm in the middle of a clan meeting and the hospital's like an hour from here. It's not like Grandma ever got me anything cool anyway, just socks and other stupid shit.
She got you that game you're playing now.
No, she bought me Mass Effect, which I didn't even want, and I had to walk all the way to the goddamn store to get it exchanged. RPGs suck dick. Everybody just talks all the fucking time. I just want to kill shit.
You don't need dialogue. Why was the inclusion of so many semantics necessary? And I don't buy the argument that they're only there to richen the world with story, because adding those contexts to the situation is devaluing design aspects. The game literally stops for you to complete some asinine story task. Look, you go to Kakariko Village, you go to the entrance of Death Mountain, dude won't let you pass. You go, what the fuck, man? I want to go up there. That's what I want to do. But no. You have to wait for the game to tell you why you want to go up there. You know why you want to go up there. You want to fight some dudes, fight a boss, get a cool weapon. But no, you gotta go talk to Zelda. Oh, the world is... And then Impa's like, hey, you know, this is really important, so I'm gonna give you this note to give to this guy. I don't care. Nobody cares. You seriously just made me waste my time, press A bunch of times so that I could go up there. Just like a fucking... There's a tiny wall standing between me. I could climb over it. I'm an agile kid. I can climb the shit out of that. I climb vines all the time. No big deal. Purposely misinforming the player about why they should care about what they're doing displaces their values, and it creates a "you can't tell me what to do" attitude towards the game. And that's the last thing you want a game to do. You don't want a game to nag at you, especially in a game with an open world. Just look at how many fucking people hate Navi and Fee. All they do is nag and tell you what to do. Who the fuck wants to be told what to do? Am I in a cubicle? Am I sitting in a cubicle playing a Zelda game? No. See, this is why I think the Master Sword is brilliant, particularly in Link to the Past, because it's talked about in literal terms. It's a sword that will make you more powerful and defeat evil. That's what it actually does for you, the player. There's no bullshit about avenging your mother. What? Or saving a village from persecution or giving Gorons rocks. There's rocks everywhere! What is wrong with you? Your whole town is made of rocks and you're starving? The Master Sword is just the sword of evil's bane. Fucking awesome! How exciting is that? A new awesome sword! Count me the fuck in! And don't get me wrong, I don't think a world where people walk and talk is flawed, but having to trigger the ability to explore by walking and talking, it's annoying. It's like your mom.
Oh no.
You can't have dessert till you eat your peas. Can't explore the dungeon till you play Saria's Song for Goron. There are ways to involve characters in a story and not have them be utterly boring and detached from what you're doing. Why not have a Goron that helps you fight? Goes blows shit up while you're doing stuff. Why not have the Goron stay healthy by eating rocks and they're slowly becoming rare as you progress through the dungeon? And he's on the verge of fatigue. Shit! Don't you want to get him some rocks to stay the hell alive? Let's keep moving so my friend can live. Oh!
Right. I'm all fuck all day, every day. Hey, Dean.
Yes, there's 4 snipers. There's one named Dietz, who's on the cinema roof. Hold on, buddy.
Okay. And if I kill Dietz, it doesn't unlock the elevator for Big Girl, does it?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I ain't best at walking. How about if I carry... Oh, I don't want to carry this fucker.
Don't even think about touching me. We'll get there like real men. Alright. Alright, Dean. Ooh, what's that? What's that British color? Oh, well, never mind.
What?
Hey, there's a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah, I got Dean with me now.
Yeah. Call to him. Oh, yeah, terrible place.
What? I thought it would work.
I thought setting up a sniper waypoint. Oh, dude, is he fucked up?
Yeah, because he wouldn't let me hold him.
Dude,
like a baby.
Forget Dean.
What?
Forget Dean.
What? Dan!
Dude, he's gonna take forever!
But you... Fine. Fine. Forget Dean.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, kill some snipers, dude.
Kill Dietz. Whatever, I'll just kill Dietz.
Yeah. Like... Don't forget the main mission objective, which is to have fun.
Dean isn't fun, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck Dean.
See, I'm a video game player. I care about slashing things, finding things, having an adventure, not wandering around until I pressed A at all the right places in the right order for whatever fucking story reason. It's like the longest page turn ever. Imagine you had to walk across your house back and forth 3 times before you could turn the page in a book you're reading. Gosh, isn't that stupid? Wouldn't that be retarded? That's what you're fucking doing in video games! Things just need to be simple. And what I mean by that is, Link to the Past added a story to make everything a little more epic. And since it was the same kind of game as the first, the game needed those tropes to come back. All those enemies and elements, while adding new ones too. But with that, a formula was born. A through line is important for a series, but when it acts like a katamari of tropes and elements that can't be forgotten or changed, things start getting sloppy and samey. We get games that become less and less interesting. Shigeru Miyamoto once described his idea for Zelda coming from the feeling he got from wanting to explore caves near his house as a child, which led to an amazing game where you explore caves and dungeons, and found wondrous things. The irony is that when it came time to make sequels, Nintendo cared more about the things that were found, rather than the mystery itself. There is no mystery in modern Zelda games. I don't care!
Nobody cares!
Oh, I can't wait to see that plot.
It's half an hour long,
In a
baby.
fucking Zelda game. Who cares? Whenever anybody's like, dude, but the story though. I'm like, when did you ever play a Zelda game for the story?
It's not so much. I'm just, dude, it's not so much that there's parts in this game that are frustrating.
Yes.
It's just it's the idea that this is fantastic that just frustrates me more than the game frustrates me.
Right.
I think that's the source of my ultimate frustration.
That's understandable.
Hey, thanks for listening to me shout my opinion at you for fucking 30 minutes. I hope I can make you laugh and make you think, and not make you angry, because that wasn't my intention, but if I did, I'm sorry.
Now it's time for me to write my post-emptive counter-argument.
Alright, fine. You watch the video, that's only fair. I mean, I've been throwing my opinion at you for 30 friggin' minutes.